What is up, Diskarte fam? Welcome back to another episode of Diskarte with Mendy. And in this episode, we go over 5 ways on how to make money as a student. I've been trying to see if teenagers can actually make a decent amount of money or can actually make money at all online. So, gusto mo bang yumaman bukas? Gusto mo bang yumaman by the end of the month? Gusto mo bang yumaman ngayon na? Let me start off this video by serving you a cup of reality. Now that you're a teenager or maybe a student, I want to open your eyes to the realities. Most of the richest people on earth got rich through bloodlines, through a business, or just got really, really lucky. One way or another, most of the rich people that we know of started off with just one business that really made it big. Obviously, the Illuminati people aren't on this list. And most of them didn't have the monetary capital to get their business to where they wanted it to be. So that meant them working for other people, may it be at a restaurant, at a shopping center, selling things, offering, one service or another, or most of them actually got their MVP to make money. MVP means most viable product. It is the most basic form of your business or your product. And if you can make money out of that, out of it being as basic or as raw as it can be, then you can sell it. And that's what they did. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I know obviously that a majority of the people watching this video will be teenagers and students. And I really want to set a good precedent as to what it means to be successful or to make money. I generally don't want to teach you anything short term. The key point here is I hope that everything that I teach, the list that I'm about to give, you use that to make money, but then save up and open up a business. The end goal for the Diskarte fam is to open up a business. Sorry about that long monologue, but now that I've got your attention in a way where we are in the same mindset, I just really want to be straight and real with you. Majority of the ones that I'm going to mention are going to take time in terms of making a decent amount of money. Like I said, as much as possible, you want to think in the long term. There's one I think that is something that you can do in the short term, but again, make sure that you just do it in the short term, save up money, and go off and try out doing business. On to the list. Number 1 is start teaching online. Do I mean tutoring? Do I mean Cambly like the one in my other video? Absolutely not. What I meant by teaching online was producing content that you can release on YouTube, Udemy, or Skillshare. Obviously, this is assuming that you have a skill or something that you're really good at, or maybe even passionate about, or maybe even a language that you can teach, a dialect that you can teach, and you are able to build a program around that or a curriculum around that. And I think the most difficult part there really, as I said, is just building that program or building that curriculum. And eventually posting that to YouTube. You might even want to go a step higher and become a Udemy or Skillshare instructor, which by the way, before making this video, I spoke to them, I reached out to them, I asked them specifically, can students apply as instructors and can they get paid if they are in the Philippines? And both of them said yes. I'm a subscriber of Skillshare. This is not a sponsored post, but all I'm saying is I went on there and it blew my mind how straightforward a majority of the instructors are on the platform. It's literally them sat down, speaking in front of a camera, and most of the time I think it's actually a phone camera. Nothing fancy, no fancy edit like YouTube videos. There were a couple of ones that I checked out where they didn't even have their face on the video. It was just a video with their module, and then they were just speaking over it as if they were just narrating and teaching that way. It was really good though. Actually, sobrang bait ng Udemy and Skillshare. Nung tinanong ko sila, pareha sila nagbigay ng resources on how to become an instructor, which I have posted in the description box down below. And while you are doing that, please don't forget to smash the like button because it does help my videos make the rounds. Number 2 is very connected to number 1, and that is to sell a digital product. If you are not in the business of speaking in front of a camera or even talking to a mic and having people listen to that, there is a lot of things you can make money out of in the digital realm, specifically in your age range. And one thing that I witnessed countless times before is selling art, selling anything creative, because there's not a lot of people that are creative, and therefore a lot of people need help with creatives. One of my clients specifically got a logo made from a student in Singapore for $60. Actually, come to think of it, my wife's sister, drawing or doodling was just a hobby of hers, but what she's doing now is she's getting clients, and these clients are sending her photos, she's turning them into pieces of art. I think she's charging them 200 pesos each, and that's crazy. If you get 10 clients a week, That's 2,000 pesos. As a student, that's a pretty good amount of money. I didn't have that when I was 19. I didn't have that mindset when I was 17. And another example, I actually just worked with a student who is a video editor. I actually found her because she was advertising herself on a business group. She posted with a really good graphic telling people that she edits videos, YouTube videos, TikToks, shorts, and whatever, anything that is involving videos. And I found out she was a student. And I actually ended up giving her a project. I paid her more than what she was advertising for. I wanted to teach her she was worth more because her editing is way better than other video editors that I've worked with. Shout out to Allison. Guys, I'm gonna link her work down below. Check her out. Use her as an inspiration, or maybe even work with her. On the other end though, I know that video editing would require you to have a really decent laptop or a decent desktop, but there's so many other things that you can do. You can even write an ebook. I know for a fact that a lot of you in your age range like romance novels, and so if you're a writer and you think you've got a good story in your head, write it down. Do 10 pages, 20 pages, 15 pages, sell them for 10 pesos, 20 pesos, begin your writing career. Because again, once you upload this digital product in the cloud, it's gonna stay there for as long as the servers are up, for as long as you want it to be, and you're gonna make money for as long as you want. Isipin mo, if you write an ebook, you sell that for 20 pesos, 100 people buy, that's a good amount of money if you ask me. And again, they're gonna keep on buying if your story is good. But like I said, all of these might require a little bit of time so you can get a runway, build a runway before you take off. Number 3 is data entry. Guys, it's taken a lot out of me to include this on this list, but I realized that I had to put something down for the introverts, the people that just want to sit down, do data entry, and make money. But again, guys, don't build a career around this. Don't think that this is the end-all, be-all. Please, kung papasok ka sa ganito, ipunin mo yung susweldohin mo and build a business. But if you just Google, there's so many data entry jobs that you can take as a student. And they specifically say you can apply for this as a student. I think the biggest challenge here is just making sure that you're engaging someone that will actually pay you. So do your own research. Make sure that whoever you're speaking to is a legitimate company. Don't go on Facebook Marketplace looking for people or offering random people to do data entry, because that's just, there's a lot of scams out there. So just make sure that they're legitimate. Number 4, getting into the content game. Guys, alam ko gas na, but like I said, I've researched so many hours trying to find legitimate ways for teenagers or students to make money. And guys, like I said, thinking in the long term, the content game is something that you will make money out of. Like I said, this is digital stuff. It'll be on the internet for as long as you want it to be, and it's gonna make you money for as long as you can. If you have the ability to either entertain people, because you've got comedy channels, you've got those vlogs. If you have the ability to speak well, you can start a podcast, something where all students come in and talk about life or talk about their studies. You can start a blog where you can talk about fashion or whatever hobby you have. Put anything out there. Get the feedback, improve yourself, make mistakes, drop the inhibitions. Wait a minute, I don't want to sugarcoat content creation. It's really difficult, guys. But the point is, get in the content game, guys. Guys, please, I beg you. If you want me to build a video on how to get all of this done, how to build a YouTube channel, comment down in the description below. Number 5 is connected to all the other ones that I just said, but also a specific way to make money, and that is build a personal brand, or learn how to build a brand, or learn how to advertise. Guys, like I said again and again, your age range is so leveraged when it comes to the internet. Kasi iba yung pagkakaintindi nyo, iba yung vision nyo towards how we use the internet, because this is where you grew up in, the internet age. Versus a lot of the business owners out there who don't know a lot about digital advertising, who don't know a lot about how to make your voice be heard online, what resonates with people. And so if you learn to leverage off of that unique position that you are in, if you learn how to build a brand, if you learn how to advertise, everything that I just said from 1 to 4 would be very, very easy for you. And alam ko medyo nakakahiya because ang daming mang judge sa'yo if you open up a page about yourself, ang daming magsasabi, uy, grabe ka pala man ng mukha nito. But guys, This is what's gonna set you apart. Remember the rich people or the wealthy people that I talked about in the beginning? They had the guts to go out there and do what they needed to do. They had a different type of fire in them that set them apart, from the people that just wanted to get rich versus them that wanted to get wealthy or even change the world. If you watched up until this very end, I am giving away a gaming seat to one of my lucky subscribers. All you have to do to win that gaming chair is to comment down below and tell me what your plans are 5 years down the road. And if you want to build a business, tell me what kind of business it is. And if you want to be a boss at a specific job, tell me what kind of job you're interested in. And then from there, I will raffle it out. Guys, if you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel. Share this video for the people that you want to share it with. That didn't make much sense, but share this video. Thank you so much for watching. And as I always say at the end of every episode, my name is Mendy, and this has been Diskarte with Mendy.